Hurrah, hurrah, hurrah. Welcome to the show, guys. Welcome to the show. Let's get these audio set up. I see so many of our community members are already here. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I see KR here. I see Bubble here. I see Ennis here. Awesome, my brothers. Nice to see you all. This stream's going to be pretty awesome. I think Ennis was asking, like, or saying, "Oh, great stream yesterday." I was like, "Here you go. Here's another one." And I love the community because even on Discord, a lot of the guys are being very cheerful, very lively, and a lot some are being philosophical as well. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Salam, my habibi, salam. Right, so let's do this. You probably read the title, a possible bullish trend reversal. I want to talk about this, right? Because I did see something on the chart, slightly on a shorter time frame, but it's a good indicator to tell us what's going on. And I've obviously collected a little bit more information looking at all the charts, and I'm just going by the charts, by the way, guys. So anything is possible, right? But I can only tell you what I see on the chart, and so far the chart is showing me there may be a possible trend reversal. So let's go into the charts. Let's have a look at what's really going on. What I want to do is get my cursor as well. Sometimes I forget where the cursor is. Right, so we got the cursor, we got the cursor screen. We're going to refresh this, see what's going on, and we can see we're back at 16, right? So, and trust me, I have not seen anything before making this apart from the chart on my phone. So whatever I saw it on my phone. I didn't see it here. So whatever you're going to see right now is partially from the phone, but mostly from here. So I didn't know it was at 16, but I know it was down. Okay, so let's go through this. And this is 16. This is when market starts becoming fearful again, and you see these jump, like for example, where it was 25, 24, and then all of a sudden. So we want to look at these sudden jumps and want to see what does all of this sudden jump really mean for us, right? Because we're looking at this at a bigger time frame, looking at this, and we're watching how this sentiment is coming back down to this level. How this area is coming back to that 16, and we had 16 a few days ago. So this is a second test at 16. If we fall anything below that, and if we go to these levels here where we were at once upon a time, like 14, 10, wow. Just power moves basically, right? But this is all, some of it is doom, some of it is gloom, but we need to really understand the market for what it is, right? So this is what we're looking at currently. I'm going to refresh. This is what we're looking at currently. The entire market looks fairly green. Why? Because BTC started to move up again. In fact, today I think it went to 49k again. So once this started moving, the market started reacting, right? Which is okay. I'm not fussed about that too much, because end of the day, that doesn't really give me anything significant, because remember, we're still down. We're still bloody. Regardless how many percentage you see in these, for example, near at 19%, it doesn't matter. Some of these coins, big percentage, doesn't matter. They're not all-time highs anymore. We're way below the all-time highs. By the way, guys, if you're new to the channel, smash those subscribe button, hit that like button, press notification, press all. And you can also join our community as well on Discord and everything as well. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So smash those likes, guys. Smash those likes. Let's get the community rallied. Let's get the people knowing that we're on live. And I'm going to, you know what? I think I need to get rid of this leg because, yeah, one of my legs is messed up. So back in 2010, I had a car accident and I damaged my knee. Since then, this knee's been completely messed up. I can barely sit down too long. Right. Right, let's see what's going on. KR, Ennis, Albin's here as well. Hey brother, I'm at work. I'll rewatch the live later. Awesome, my brother. Awesome, awesome, awesome. You work? Damn. So you must be old enough to work now. That's good. That's good. That's good. Just work hard, make sure, because we're all going to go and get a job. If this market crashes, I'm looking for McDonald's. So yeah, I'll probably have a McDonald's cap on next time. I don't know, but it's going to be pretty crazy. Let's just have a little bit of fun with the bubbles. See what's going on with the bubbles right now. Yeah, just showing a few bits and bobs here, but again, listen, these percentages do not matter unless you entered before this percentage happened. So yes, the market is bloody. All right, let's just be honest with ourselves. The market is still bloody. Of course, we can see a little bit more BTC reducing from entering the thing. So this is showing some signs of bullishness compared to yesterday, but it doesn't make much of a difference, right? Market's just doing its thing and we are reacting accordingly, right? So we can see that, yes, a little bit of a dip. You can see here, look, BTC entered back in and then BTC started to move out again, which is fine, right? We can see it started to move out again. Nothing too much, nothing too dramatic or drastic or anything like this. It's just doing its thing. Sad to see the leverage ratios, obviously, you can see the leverage ratios are coming back, but this is healthy. So when I'm looking at this, right, for example, this is all exchange funding rates. They were down, which is awesome, right? So now we can see they're peaking up again. As soon as the price went down, everyone's becoming bullish. That's not a bad thing, to be honest, right? When we look at futures open interest, yes, that's a little bit of a concern. Okay, when we see this kind of following the price, it's a bit of a concern. And when we see the leverage ratio here, we also need to be a little bit concerned, right? Because we are seeing this leverage ratio still high compared to the price, relative to the price, basically. So yes, there is some news here, which is pretty bearish in my opinion, because they're not really helping. So let's have a look at Grayscale. It was 13 day before yesterday, it was 18 yesterday, and let's see what it became today. Is it showing bullish signs or is it showing bearish? Nope, still slightly bearish. So that's a good indicator that institutions are still not buying any Grayscale investments, right? When we refresh this, let's have a look and see what's going on. We can see currently shorts are being destroyed, right? So 24 hours longs got destroyed. Over the past 12 hours, majority shorts got destroyed. And over the last 4 hours, more and more shorts are getting destroyed. So it does look very, very positive. Of course, we can see 52,000 traders got wiped out. $153 million got wiped out. It's okay. It's okay. It's what happens. It's what happens when you are greedy and when you basically want to go and trade something that you shouldn't be trading, whether it's long, whether it's short. So let's go straight into BTC. And this is what I saw. So this is what I was observing, right? I was observing this trend. Now, I know some people were expecting this to be that moment of the breakout, but it didn't, right? It did look bearish to me. I did get a bearish signal here. And so I started observing. I was like, let me have a look at all of this, see what's going on. And I saw this one candle here. So at midnight yesterday, I saw this candle here. Remember, yesterday we were looking quite bloody. At midnight, I saw this candle where it had a nice little wick on the bottom and a wick on the top. And I was like, okay, is this a reversal pattern? And the most important thing about this candle, this is an hourly candle, by the way, guys. This is what's known as a engulfing candle. It literally engulfed everything. The wick, the body, everything. That is a power candle. So I've been observing. I thought, okay, I need to be sure. I need to be 100% sure if this is the case. Because remember what I said to you guys yesterday, that if we fall below the 47, I need to go. I didn't, right? I didn't. I sold some, but I didn't sell all of it because I saw this candle. I was like, I gotta wait and see exactly what this means. And true to what I felt, looking at this as an engulfing candle, like engulfed the whole thing, it was bullish. It started pushing back up. Of course, we got a little bit of rejection down here, and then we start coming back again. But this became a neckline, a significant level for us to test. That's when I first time drew this line. I said, okay, if this is a significant level for us to test and break out, where should we put our our lines? So I've got one line here and I've got a second line here at the 49k. And I think I spoke to Custard last night, actually. I think it was like 2-3 a.m. when I was actually going to bed. Actually, probably later. I was literally going to bed after doing some work. And I said, if it goes to 50k, I'll reconsider. I probably won't sell. Right, 50k, I probably won't sell. And this is that 50k level I'm looking at. This is the 50k level I'm looking at. You can see the price here. So this is what I'm looking at. I said, but however, if we get rejected at the 49, which is this level here, right? So if I see, I'm expecting this to go here. If I get rejected here, I will probably sell. Why? Because then this, what it does, it creates this pattern here, right? It literally creates this pattern, which we all know is an M pattern, right? Now, if I did sell here at the 49, and I've got a conditional order, obviously, if I do end up selling here, then my target would be to pick up here just in case. If it doesn't, then I'll wait, pick it up here again. So whatever the difference is, I'll be having a nice little margin here. So there's going to be a nice little difference here from here to here. There's a quick approximately 2-3% that's possible to do here. So this is something I'm looking at, but I'm just observing the patterns as well. Again, these are not the best data, because remember guys, these are short-term hourly data. This is for your trading sessions. All right, so you don't use this to bet your house on it. You use this to only trade on a shorter time frames, nothing else. Okay, so remember this very important fact, that when you're using hourly, 4 hourly, you are actually doing it on a trading session. So this would be my trading session, which I did kind of look at yesterday. Now I want to show you a bigger picture here, and the bigger picture is very simple actually. If you start looking carefully, why I'm looking at this 49k, and I'm going to draw it here. And I believe there was a brother, he asked me the other day as well, Skull and Bones, he asked me the other day as well. He said something about Head and Shoulders, and I think I kind of missed it. So I briefly remembered, and I was like, oh damn, as usual, I forgot to mention certain things, because we get diverted. When we're doing a live stream, and especially the way I do it, we do get distracted quite a bit. So what we're seeing here is this 49k, and this 49k to me is only showing one specific pattern. 49k down, we went up, we came down, and we got 49k, and we're here. And we all know what this means. This is a Head and Shoulders pattern, which is a confirmed pattern that it will break to the downside. Now, there is a key, and this area here is the key. If we can go above this and stay above this specific area, so we're looking at this zone here and this zone here, if we can stay above and close a candle on top of the line around the 50k, then what happens is we actually end up invalidating the shoulder. Does that make sense to you? So the idea is, for us, we have a perfect pattern here, a perfect Head and Shoulders. There's no denying this is an absolute perfect Head and Shoulders. I could even draw this for you. I mean, you're going to be surprised if we draw this. Where is it? Oh, here we are. Check this out. You're going to be like, whoa, this is nuts, right? So we've got the high here, got the low here. I'm going to do the low here, right? This is the low, and then we go up here, right? We bring it back down here. Look how beautiful it is. It confirms, and we go up here. Well, actually here now. Do this. It's like on exact position, exact position. But I have mentioned this to you guys the other day as well. I said, guys, this is what I'm seeing. Right, and I showed you this on a slightly higher time frame, but this is what I see. So this is like one of the most beautiful patterns we can actually expect to see. So that's what I'm seeing, and obviously I need to confirm that, so invalidate this pattern. In order to invalidate this pattern, we have to start moving up, which means this has to break through, settle here, and then move forward. Then what happens is it becomes a bigger pattern like this. So this, you see how a Head and Shoulders could easily turn into a double bottom, right? So this is where I'm saying it's a possible trend reversal. Yes, we're still trending down, and there's no denying that. You can see this data here. We are definitely trending down. If this Head and Shoulders completes, we are coming down. 100% coming down, right? And once we come down, we are going to go and test, right, at least these bottom levels here, this 45k, possibly even these levels here around the 40k, right? Because remember, once we fall below this trend line, there's actually nothing supporting us until we go down here. So this is the bearish scenario that I see, but within this bearish scenario, we still have a bullish possibility, right? It's a crazy one, but it is absolutely possible to do. All we have to do is go above this 49, stay around the 50k above this neckline to just completely change this trend and move forward, right? That's what I'm seeing. Of course, once we get there, then following day or maybe a few hours, we have to start doing this and coming to this specific level where we invalidate this neckline. And guys, this bull run or this bear run is over. We're going back to the top, at least up to this level, right, where we're going to find some rejection around the 55,000, maybe even test out this $56,000-$57,000 level and get back above the channels. So you have to look at this at a whole different perspective and say, right guys, what's really happening here? You know, you can see this 4 hourly. Yes, we broke out of this, and you can see this zone here. It's a significant area. Even here we have formed, if you look carefully, if I just do this, even on a 4 hourly, this is head and shoulders if we get rejected at this one specific level, and which is the neckline for this. So the left and right shoulder, if it's balanced, that's what's going to happen. So it's a powerful move. But as I said, it's within the realms of possibility. Of course, you know, I'm not going to go and say something to you that I think, you know, is going to be absolute bullish. Oh guys, that's it, go and sell your house. No, this is not the point to do that. What we're looking at is just a pattern, just a trend, and we can see how this trend is forming. And of course, if we can also measure this trend and say, well, hold on, if we did do a breakout of this trend, how high could we possibly go? And I'll show you what I mean, right? So from here, we did already break out exactly at this candle. This is actually even showing us that we could possibly go and test that 53k, and that changes everything. All this bearish scenario we've had will be invalidated. This bull market still continuing. Okay, sorry, my knee. So that's that. Now I want to show you something else. I want to go on a daily, and I want to show you something else on a daily, and I'm going to switch off all the drawings because I want to show you something. So what I was observing was this area here where we had the first peak and to the bottom. So I'm just observing this. I'm like, okay, this pattern looks like this leg here. Just call it this leg here, right? So what I did was I said, okay, I want to measure this. I want to measure and see how many days did we actually spend here before we became bullish, right? So I'm looking at this particular candle here. So we're looking at 40 days, approximately 40 days, 39 days is here, right? 40 days we did this. So then what I'm doing is I'm also doing another one, and I'm saying, okay, if we did 40 days there, then what did we do from the top of this particular candle here? How many days have we actually spent here? 33. So within next week, according to this, we could see a reversal. We could actually see a reversal, you know, where we saw this attempt here. You see this area here where we did actually try and do a reversal attempt, but we failed, so we came down even further. So we can see these data suggesting that, okay, look, this thing could last for some time up to here if it's bearish. However, if it's bullish, it could easily do a nice little reversal and move back up, right? So we had from here to here, before we flipped, we had 97 days. Pretty awesome, 97 days. Now if we follow 97 days from here, what does it take us to? All right, let's do 97. That's February. So this is indicating that this could take us to the end of February, which is actually possible, very possible, if this continues. If we don't change the reverse now, if we do not go into a parabola in December, right, which we normally do in a bull market, every bull market we've actually done a parabola. By the way, guys, smash those like button, hit that subscribe button. YouTube's bugging out on me, so I've got to log out and see who's been talking because I can't see the chats. Absolutely cannot see the chats. Smash those like button, guys. Subscribe if you haven't already. I see Yami here. Awesome. So we can see this could easily last until February if this continues, right? And I've talked about making decisions. I've talked about, guys, look bearish from not this 67k, 69k. I've talked about candles and confirmations, and you know, make your mind up. What do you want to do? This was the video we started off. I mean, I don't know how long we've been here. I mean, we can just use this data and actually see how long ago was that warning coming out. So that warning came out 33 days ago from today. So just over a month ago, I made that video on that specific day, and I said, congratulations guys, we hit the thing, but be careful because this is not right. So we've already done the warning. Of course, there are other people coming out with their bearish scenarios, this pattern, that pattern, and I'm like, guys, please don't tell me what pattern is playing out. Tell me that this is going to happen before it happened. Instead of, at that time, I remember here, 69k, everyone's calling for 100k. And I'm saying market doesn't look okay. So give me that. Even if you don't have technicals, like I didn't have technicals at that time. I mean, what technicals? There was no technicals for me to give. We didn't print any candles. So I can only base it on a theory. And my theory was, guys, it is going down. And true, it did come down. And trust me, I don't want it to come down, but it did come down. You know what I mean? So, you know, we can only take the data, analyze it, and actually put forward how we feel or what we think. And I've done that. Whereas in 99.99% of the entire world was probably bullish. At that 67k, our resident bear, for example, he started being bullish around here. And then he left around here. So, but the point is it's too late. When you're telling me it's too late, when someone's talking about it, it's absolutely too late. You know, we've had one of our brothers, he's on the chat today as well. He mentioned me, he showed me a video of another YouTuber with like, I don't know, 100, 200,000 subscribers. And he said, what do you think about what this guy's saying about a longer term Elliott wave theory? And we've talked about his stuff on this channel. And now I'm not going to talk about it anymore because I feel offended. I feel offended because end of the day, why am I justifying what that guy said? Or why am I trying to analyze or prove him right or wrong on my channel? I don't see a point. If he's given you a theory, oh, you should go and speak to him. But of course you can't, because these guys like to pre-record their videos, cut and paste, you know, tell you all sorts of bullshit and then walk away. I mean, this guy has had a YouTube channel for the last 5-6 years, probably more. And very recently, he had to admit and apologize to all of his community members, 200,000 of them. And he's been charging people money for courses or whatever, private membership, that he didn't even know this chart existed. He actually didn't know that this chart from 2010 existed. Can you believe that? So he's been basing his Elliott wave theory from 2011 or 2012, never knowing that this chart existed since 2010. And you call him an expert who's just been, you know, basically faking it till he makes it. Honestly, because that's what it is. It's connecting dots. You know, I mean, we could do some next level crazy stuff without even putting anything. He talks about Elliott waves, and I'll show you a very good one. He talks about these big long-term Elliott waves. Yeah, I could do that too. I could do that too. Yes, look, we haven't even completed whatever wave he was talking about. Yeah, absolutely. But what's the point? What is the point? You know? Yes, we have Elliott wave, a pattern within a pattern, a theory. You know, it's just unbelievable. Elliott wave is a very complex mathematical formula. And yes, it does show up. We have, you know, we have minutes, 5 minutes daily, you name it. They're everywhere. But it doesn't mean anything. It just shows you there's an impulse wave, which means everyone's pushing, and then there's a pullback wave, right? So we have a wave that pushes forward, and then they run out of breath. You know, like a marathon, you run out of breath, so you slow down. You let the other guy pass. That's all it shows. That's what the Elliott wave shows. And it's fine. I am a big fan of Elliott wave. I do see the pattern myself. But as I said, it's not something we can just take and just say, well, that's it. Do you know what I mean? It just doesn't work. You know, here, for example, we can't use this leg, but we can use this one, and we can use this one, and this whole thing here. So we can say we had Elliott wave 1, 2, 3, which is the longest, 4, 5, complete. Now we're in an A, we're going to have a B, we're going to have a C, we're going to have a D, A, B, C, D correction, and then, or A, B, C actually, it's going to be A, B, C. Yeah, so we're going to have a B here, which is going to show us a high, However, we can invalidate that. So even in Elliott waves can be invalidated. Any pattern can be invalidated if we end up doing the opposite to what the pattern should be. So in this case here, for example, if we start creating a high here, well, guess what? This pattern has been invalidated, so it becomes a continuation pattern. Does that make sense? You know, because you have your Elliott wave 1, 2, 3, and you have your Elliott wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can't have 6. Does that make sense? Or you can't have 4. So it's always going to be a 3 or a 5. The waves are going to be in 3s or 5s. You can never have a wave in 4, 6, 2, any other number. So remember that. So here, for example, when we see this pattern here, you know, just for the sake of it, we say, okay, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4. It doesn't work because wave 3 is the longest. So this means that this should have been wave 3, right? So that's 1, 2, 3. 4, 5. Makes sense. Here we've got 1, 2. Doesn't work. So that means this must have been from here. You see what I'm trying to say? The wave pattern can break, right? It can break. So I hope you guys understand. Look, I don't mind talking about certain patterns and this and that, but if you want me to analyze what somebody else has said, and this guy's got 100,000 subscribers, honestly, don't, please. Please, he's doing his thing. You should ask him, and I'm happy to answer any question that, obviously, within the realms of my capacity. If I could answer it on this channel, I will definitely answer it. That's what you're here for. I've got the live chat active. By the way, guys, if you're new to the channel, smash those like button, hit that subscribe. Let me refresh the chat and see what's going on. Join the Discord community as well. Listen, I'm an open book. You can talk to me, and I'm happily talk to you guys, whether it's here, whether it's on Discord, doesn't matter where. Let's see what's going on. SM says, what happened to the Wyckoff theory people had? Are they hiding now? Yes, so the Wyckoff theory that I've kept on saying fuck off to, obviously that one's gone, and the same people are now, let me tell you what it's called, by the way. Same people are now promoting a whole brand new, same bunch of group of people, by the way, are promoting a whole different theory, and the theory is called the new theory they've picked up from 1971 is called the three. Okay, I hate the part that they put BTC there, but the point is it's called the 3 Peaks and the Doomed House. 3 Peaks and the Doomed House from 1971. 3 Peaks and the Doomed House. Might as well call it the bloody Himalayas, isn't it? You know what I mean? It was just one of those kind of stupid thing that people just come out with randomly. I mean, BTC, 3 Peaks, and the Doomed House. Damn, I must be late to the game, bro, because I never knew BTC pattern existed in 1971. You see what I mean? I mean, what was it? 1920 or 1820? Yeah, I think it was 1920. The Wyckoff was done. Again, man, I'm late to the party, bros. I'm telling you, I have no idea how these people had access to BTC back in 1920, 1971. I must be missing something, man. I'm telling you, I'm late to this party, bro. Definitely late to this party. I have no idea what's going on here. Honestly, the point is, guys, look, I'm being sarcastic here, but the point here is, right, let's not connect dots when we have run out of options. And the thing is, there is no options when you're looking at things. Options haven't run out. The point is the people who are trying to promote, you really have to understand, who are they? They are influencers. They are marketers. They need you engaged. So they will look for anything. And usually what you find is whatever direction one person starts leading, others start following. And that's where the herd mentality comes in. But here, you're not part of the herd. When the herd moves one way, you move the opposite way. You're not part of the herds, right? So do understand this. Do understand this, and hope all of this makes sense, right? So we're not part of the herd. We're leaders. We lead with what we do, you know, how we think. We don't just follow the crowd and say, oh, that was it, accumulation, distribution, this, that, whatever. Just because a few of these Bart Simpson head pattern matches with something, don't do it. Because I always say, where's the rest of the data? It's okay what you're showing to me. I don't disrespect you. But where does this data come from? For all of the patterns like Elliott wave, there's a beginning, there's an end. For Wyckoff, and it does exist, there's a beginning, there's an end. But you got to show me where it started. If you just going to put it on this section here and say that's where it is, well, no, it's got to have a continuation pattern. All patterns have a continuation pattern. Coincidentally, Elliott wave does. Elliott wave does have a continuation pattern. I do see a continuation pattern here. I do see this starting right from here, doing this patterns. I see this continuing. So that's okay for me. I can use it on multiple time frames. It's good, it's continuing. I can see this data. But when I'm looking at Wyckoff or whatever's been shown to me since 1920, it was used in a house with a whole bunch of stocks, not the thousands of stocks we have currently. And it was okay for someone to write this down in a pen and paper or pencil and rub it out every other time they made it wrong. But it doesn't exist here. And neither does the three peaks that they like to say, the three peaks and the doomed house. Damn, where did they come out with this shit? Honestly, it's BTC, it's crypto. It doesn't do the stock market style thing. It doesn't follow those rules. Bitcoin doesn't follow those rules. You know, we can have a whole dump of $1 trillion in a single day. It doesn't follow the market. Why? Because in BTC or in cryptocurrency, when the market goes down, you don't lose money. You only lose value. The asset is still there. In a stock market, if something crashes, you've lost everything. The stocks are gone, liquidated. You lose money, you lose value, you lose everything. But here you don't. You still have your assets. It's your digital property. It's your digital property. So this is one of the very, very important thing a lot of people should actually understand. Now, when you're looking at this kind of stuff, this is your digital property. Your digital property, you know? Anyway, so let's have a look at other stuff here. Don't ask me what I've got activated. Sorry, I'm just trying to refresh this because I have no idea why. Hurrah. All right, any other question, guys? Any other questions? Apart from the Wyckoff distribution, accumulation, and it's just, look, it's just crazy bad. So this is what's known as AB equals CD. Right, it's known as an AB equals CD, and I do use this quite often, specifically on different time frames. So I use that around 4 hourly time frame, 6 hourly time frame, and 12 hourly time frame, sometimes on an 8 hourly. But it is quite cool when you start looking at this to observe what the market is showing, right? So when you use this, you can see where the divergences are forming, where the signal's coming. So this is AB equals C. Yes, bearish. It was showing bearish, right? So this is on a 12 hourly. For example, if you start looking at a slightly different 6 hour time frame, you can see where the bull signals are. Here we did have a bull signal, a strong bull signal here, this particular candle, right, which is awesome. But since then we haven't seen another, we haven't seen a repeat, if that makes sense to you. All right, so we have been trending down, but we haven't seen, even here we haven't seen another bear. So we don't use them as a 100% thing. Of course, we do our own analysis on these data and say, okay, where is the market right now? What is the market trying to show us, and move from there. FKP, who were you talking about? Which tuber? Oh bro, you really want me to disclose who I'm talking about? I'm not here to diss anybody, right? And funny thing is the same YouTubers, I've watched them before as well, until I realized that they were chatting shit. So, for example, the Elliott wave, go and check him out. How about this? Okay, let's do this. I'm gonna do this one just for you guys. Okay, just for you guys. Let's see. Rastani. So this is the guy who likes to, talk about his Elliott wave. Okay, yeah, you know, just chat shit, pre-recorded. This is him. Here's why, when it's still, all of these crazy stuff. Have a look. Just have a look. Watch a few of his things. He's even mentioned when he was where was it? I was wrong. Here, look. This is his I was wrong video. So you can see that's that there. It's funny. Listen, I'm here. I'm an open. How would I say this? FKP. Everybody knows me in my groups and my channels. What you see is what you get. I'm not here to basically, bullshit anything. Whatever I see, I will tell you. If I see someone doing something wrong, I will show you. So when somebody pointed this out to me, I'm like, what the fuck? And then there's another one, for example. Let me show you this. So he likes to bullshit all the time. It's just complete bullshit. Look, this is his thumbnails. I mean, this is his thumbnail. Of course, he's got a lot of subscribers and people follow him, but it's just bullshit, right? Emergency, no one's looking at this. So all these crap every single time you just name it, flashing his cars off and this and that, and that's what people like. I've noticed people actually like this kind of stuff, which is kind of disgusting. I'll tell you who the best person is to look at. This guy here. If I do recommend anybody, if I'm gonna tag anyone on this channel, this is the dude. He's no nonsense, no hype, no shill, nothing whatsoever, just pure facts, and he deserves everything. I'm telling you, he will go into the facts and drop the facts at you. So if you're going to watch anybody, watch this guy. I'm not joking. Watch Coin Bureau. This guy, he's got 1.74 million. Awesome. And now he's got another one. I'm telling you, this guy, he's super solid. Okay. I haven't seen anybody explain projects better than him. Okay, he will give you a complete breakdown of every single project, so do look at this. But I'm not having a rant. I'm just, you know what it is, I am probably having a rant, but I'm having it with the community, because the community, they watch other people, which is fine. And I've got no issues. I can't stop you from watching stupid YouTubers, right? But if you're going to watch them and then you're going to come and ask me, I'm thinking, why are you asking me for? You should have asked him, because he told you, right? Libertalia, can you take a look at Cardano? Yes, of course I could have a look at Cardano. But anyway, he got a nice little shill from me. But yeah, no, this guy's really, really good. I've got his name. I think it's Guy from Coin Bureau. Very good guy. I love his analysis. Love the way he does just facts, data. He even does a weekly show with the latest weekly news that a lot of people don't catch. Super solid guy. Super awesome guy. Okay, let's open Cardano and see what Cardano's doing. Still inside the channel. So you can see we did look at Cardano, and we do expect Cardano, right, to, what we expected was Cardano to bounce back from here, but it broke trend. This means it will test this bottom line here, which is around $1, right? Because you can see we looked at previous data, and what we saw based on the previous data, let me get on the daily, based on the previous data, that we had a few points of contact around this zone here. So you can see how we've bounced around here like this, right? We've bounced around, we've come back here, we've bounced around, we broke up, and now what we've done, we've come back here. So we are going to go and possibly test this bottom line, and then we can try and test it. Yeah, we can see if we can move back up again. So that's what I'm seeing for Cardano, and let's hope we can have a breakout, because I know a lot of people are waiting patiently, and Cardano's just bleeding. I mean, it's like, what, how many percent is it down right now? If you just look at it from the top to where it is today, 60% down. It's time for Cardano to make a move and start moving back up, in my opinion. So yeah, Cardano, start recovering, because you are annoying a lot of people, and plenty of people are ready to just dump on you, right? Guys, I'm talking to Cardano, by the way. Yes, but saying that, Cardano holders, the long-term holders like myself and other people, we are not fussed at all. I'll be honest with you, we are absolutely not fussed at all, because what we're hoping for, right, and this is a hopian, right, we are hoping for Cardano to come up with something quite cool, something that actually works, because one of the biggest problem Cardano has, it has a brand new language, expects people to learn, and some of its DEX features are not working. But there was an announcement from Sunday Swap, and they said they do have something prepared which will allow people to come in. Now, this is a common problem a lot of people have, where a lot of these exchanges, they think they're going to make something better by creating a brand new, so not exchanges, protocols, by making a brand new language. You know, no need, guys. Look, we've got Go, we've got Rust, we've got CC plus, right? Even some people even done it on Java, for God's sake, right? So we've got basic languages that most common people use. And if you're looking at Ethereum, for example, it's using Solidity. Of course, it's a fresh language, but it's had enough time for people to start adopting it, right? And it wasn't that hard, so people have adopted that, and it's easy. You know, it's like a 10-15 minute job for anybody who's used it, to start moving in. So let's see what happened. Rishi Rana, people USDT. What happened to USDT? So yeah, that's the situation. That's the situation we've got. Cardano, you know, yes, if the market collapses now, I'll be honest with you, Libertalia, I'll be really honest with you. If Cardano, if this market crashes, and if Bitcoin hits the floor, and this bull market is over, because remember, this bull market's not over as far as we are concerned until we break a specific neckline. So this bull market's still on full force. This is just a mega correction, nothing else. You know, we'll talk about how big the correction is. But if this bull market was to end, then Cardano, sadly, let me just get rid of this. Cardano, sadly, could start dribbling down all the way up to here, because what you see is there is actually only one support here. There has been no other support. So it does look bad for Cardano unless they come up with something crazy in the news or something like this. And I have a feeling they will. Because you got to look at what's his name, Charles Hoskinson is a bloody good marketer, and I'll tell you one thing, he's got a lot of money to burn. So if he wants to make this a success, he will. You know, he's going to push for it, and he's going to do this. But yeah, let's just see what happens. But as I said, rather than looking at independent coins, what you need to be observing is where the total market cap is, right? So one of the things you need to observe is, look, this was the top of the market, and this is where we are today. We're still 25% down. So the entire market cap took a 25% hit, right, compared to previously when we did have a top here, right around the 65k. The entire market took a 56% hit. Now that was crazy. That's a proper bearish scenario. That's a dump. That's a mega correction. This time only 25%, so not so bad compared to previous times. And this is giving us this chance of 50-50. It's like, okay, yes, we were bearish, maybe we could start reversing this pattern and moving forward. You know, maybe we can just about do this and start moving forward. So let's see what happens. Ada Flynn, VOSF.tech. Don't do that. If you want to show something, give me the name of it and then we'll think about it. But just don't drop stuff like this on the chat. It's kind of rude. I should have probably switched on subscriber only, and that would really mess things up. But anyway, so we've had this 55-56% correction, and I want to show you this same data relayed, almost same, relayed here. What you see is when we had a dump from this top to this bottom, guess what? We had a 56% correction. Wow, is that a surprise? No, because that's what happened to the market. When you look at this zone to currently where we are, let me see where we are right now. We are here, right? 29%. So we see 29% here, and we see a 25% here. So almost pretty much similar, right? Very similar to what we're seeing right now. So that gives us an indication that the entire market pretty much reacts to how BTC reacts, right? You know, I know some people might say, well, no, it's not true. Maybe Ethereum. Okay, fine. For the ETH fans, we'll do the same thing. It doesn't make any difference. The entire market reacts the same way. That's the argument here. The argument is, look, this one reacted 61%, so it actually reacted worse. It actually reacted more than what BTC did. So we can see this correlation. The entire market dumps pretty much the same quantity as BTC, whereas in other coins dump a lot harder, right? So we can see this. Also, we can see a little bit of a difference here. For example, currently this market is down 17%. So we can see Ethereum has recovered faster than BTC, right? And I'm not making this up. This data is right in front of you. Ethereum has actually recovered faster than BTC. So right now, Ethereum is probably leading the market. And I can see this here as well. For example, of course, there's been a little bit of a dominance dip, but that's fine. But we can see that, look, you know, BTC yesterday came up, today's getting rejected. It's fine. You know, for alts to do really, really well, we need to see BTC bleed. But if BTC starts pumping back up again, we've got a problem. You understand? That means the alts are going to sit back and do nothing much. So yes, if we are to see a 100k BTC, guess where we need to see the BTC dominance? I'm not joking. If you want to see 100k BTC, you need to see BTC dominance come back here. It's a very simple rule. That's your 100k BTC zone. This is where you're going to get 100k BTC. Okay? But if you want to see a 20k Ethereum, all right? So the rules are different for both. You want to see a 20k Ethereum, you need to see this come down here. That's your 20k Ethereum zone. So your 100k BTC or 20k Ethereum, you decide which one you want. Okay, this is the rules. This is exactly how this rule works. You know, you want to see any other altcoins pump, you know, then what you want to see is Ethereum to do this. Look, we'll put a line here and then we draw something. You want to see Ethereum come down here. That, or anywhere down here, is where every other altcoin, Solana, Cardano, this, that, Polkadot, you name it, even your Doge coins and your dog coins and your cat coins and your turtle coins and your rabbit coins, any coin you can name is going to pump if this drops down here. But if you want to see Ethereum, you know, take over BTC and, you know, go to the moon or do whatever, right? You know, you want to see Ethereum take over. And what you want to see is Ethereum pushing towards this specific number here. Just here. If it can push towards this particular area here, this 41k, right? This around 40%. Yeah, it will flip BTC for sure. So you see, you got to understand the scenarios for what it is. Yes, Ethereum's coming up. We remember early this year, Ethereum was down. The percentage was down like 15-16%. I mean, remember during the last dip, look, during the last dip, right? We're down to 12% of the total market cap. So we saw alts pumping, right, during this specific time. But at the same time, if you look at BTC, it was high. It was freaking high, right? So we can see this data here suggesting that whenever BTC is high, Ethereum's down, BTC takes over, everything else goes shambles. That's what happens. But as I said, there are two different scenarios. You want to see 100k BTC, you want BTC dominance to go up, alts to bleed. You want to see alts pump, you want to see BTC dominance drop. Make your mind up which one you want. Deepak Patil, tomorrow BTC prediction, up or down? I don't predict, I don't have a crystal ball. I'm joking. I'll tell you what I think it's going to be. Yasmin's here. Good evening, everyone. Good evening to you. Buzz, what's your favorite altcoin out of the top 10? Solana. Solana, yes. If I was gonna, so Solana right now, right? But actually Polkadot is one of my top coins, but I'm not gonna suggest it because of it's not ready. It's gonna be ready in 2 years, and I do suggest it to everyone, obviously, but it's not ready, so you're not really gonna see any differences. You've got to be a real hardcore believer in the protocol itself, the project, what they're trying to do, and the founder, Gavin Wood. Once you understand and you trust all three of them, then you'll be a super bull in that project. So yeah, I mean, for me, I like all three things about it. What the project is trying to do, or was trying to do, because other copycats have come out, but what the project was trying to do and still doing, who's behind it, and you know, just the whole what the token's going to do. So definitely like Libertalia says respect the king. Hold up who is this? Because Libertalia, how do you know I'm the king? You said Polkadot and Cardano, right? Yes, but Polkadot not so much. You see, you got to understand Polkadot for what Polkadot is, right? You know, Cardano not so much. I've always mentioned this as well. I said, look, Cardano has its limits, right? But there was a time why I believed in Cardano and why I still believe in Cardano, right? For me, the thing is with Cardano, remember, I've been banging on about Cardano. Sorry guys, got a call coming through. Some people just don't know when to stop. If I'm saying no, means no, right? Anyway, check him out later. So this is the argument that I have with people, right? There was a time when I've been mentioning about Cardano and we were way down here. So we're talking about Cardano around here. We've talked about Cardano around here, and then we've talked about Cardano around here, and then I believe, yes, so this channel launched around here, and I'm still talking about Cardano. I'm talking about Cardano when we're sitting in this specific zone here, right? This is when I'm banging on about Cardano. Cardano is going to do $1, right? We're talking about Cardano is going to do $1 at least. From this specific zone, how high did Cardano go is the question. We went to 1,616%. So just call it 1,600%. We went up. Now, we did that already. Do you see what I mean? So even from here, we're talking about it. We've already did that. We did 1,000%. What was the right thing to do when we did that? Like, I've got plenty of videos along here telling you guys, if you've made money, if you've doubled your money, take your initial out. Don't leave your initial in a project that could dump. So if anybody took their initial investments out along the way here, but currently they should be only holding profit money, which doesn't affect them whether it goes up or down. Does that make sense to you? So yes, Cardano was a good project, and Cardano has the potential to go to $4, $5, $6. You know, maybe even $10 based on the maths that we do usually on how many coins are existing or how many coins supply versus what the price would be and what the market cap would be, right? So we already know these kind of metrics. So based on that, Cardano's already done its thing. Does that make sense? You know, Solana technically has done its thing. We've been banging on about Solana for a very long time. Again, if I go back to this channel and just say, look, this is Solana, this is us back in, just say, December, January. All right, or when was it? Was it January? No, we're in 2021. What the hell are I doing? We're supposed to be in here. Let's go back to here, December. This is us. This is this channel, fresh. Now, if you don't listen and you don't understand, you won't make these gains. I mean, look at this, 20,000%. Do you know what I mean? So that's the argument, guys. You got to be in it. You got to take your initial. You got to recycle that and then move on. And if you've got some coins left from your profits, that's what you write. Do you know what I mean? It's not about you betting your house on it or anything like this. So you got to really understand what these are. But as I said, Solana is currently my favorite because I do see Solana probably attempting to take some of market share from Ethereum. And why I'm saying this is because if you start looking at some of these coins on what shares they hold, right? So market shares, right? So my knee is killing me. All right. So if we just look at dominance, that's all we want to look at, dominance. Sorry, guys. When it wants to come. Yeah, okay, that's quite cool actually. So we got dominance, right? So we got BTC at 40% or 41%, Ethereum at 21%, Binance at 4%. We can see USDT at 3%. Leave that. Look, Solana 2.32. Cardano was there before. It's at 1.94 now. But that's the argument I'm having. It's like I'm thinking, yes, this could easily take 1 or 2% more. You know, this could easily take 1 or 2% more. Also, the other one is DOT. Look, it's coming. Luna is coming. These are all potential coins. AVAX, right? AVAX, even SHIB for, from what I could see, Matic and Crow, look, they're neck and neck now. They can actually take some of that dominance. Why? Because there's people there, developers there building, and the more you build, the more products you create, the more people come and join you. Yeah. Again, I'm not sure if the chat is working or not. Let me check. But I hope this kind of answers some of your questions, guys. Yes, end of the day, there are coins that we fall in love with. There are coins that we respect. And like as I said, one of my most favorite is definitely Polkadot, but it's not doing anything right now. In fact, it's down. It's probably 50% down from its all-time high, if I'm correct. Let's have a look. Let's have a look and see how many percent it is actually down from its all-time high. So this was its all-time high, and it went down 55, but currently it's about 50% still below its previous all-time high. So, but I still believe in this. Even if this comes back down here, it will be a big bargain, and I will definitely load up more. In fact, I've locked 100% of my entire dot supply, and right now I'm waiting to pick up the dip. So I am going to wait for this particular dip to come in. When it does, it's going to be an awesome one. However, if this market decides to continue, and as I said, a possible bull trend is actually a trend reversal is actually showing to us, then all of these could start pumping and going parabolic. But just keep a close eye on this, because what we have been doing here is a significant thing to look at, right? So it's been kind of following BTC. I know people could say, oh look, we've created, look how bullish we are. No guys, we're still trending down. This green or blue, as you may see, doesn't mean anything until we come back to a 2.36 and invalidate this trend, right? If we can invalidate this, then we can start moving forward. Libertarian says opinion and CKB, same thing. I mean, opinion is a different thing. Actually, we're not doing an analysis, we're doing opinion, so we can do a opinion. Let me just get the ticker. Nervous Network, yes. So Nervous Network has massive investments from institutions, and during the Coinbase pump, so I was just refreshing who it was, during the Coinbase launch and everything, a lot of it was dumped. It is following the market trend. Regarding the technology itself, it's not a bad thing, right? It describes itself as an open source public blockchain ecosystem and collection of protocols. The Nervous CKB common knowledge base is a layer 1 proof of work blockchain protected by the Nervous Network. It reportedly allows any crypto assets to be stored with the security, immutability, and permissionless nature of Bitcoin, while enabling smart contracts and layer 2 scaling. It aims to capture a total network value through the store of value, crypto economic design, and native token, the CK Byte. It's great. It's great. It could see a lot of institutional adoption if they were using it. I haven't seen any projects built on it. And honestly, to say the truth, when you start seeing some things like that are so centralized, most decentralized people don't want to work on it. Let me explain this. This is going to be really, really cool for you to understand. There's someone controlling this, if that makes sense. There's actually someone, there could be permissionless and everything is, right? But someone could be controlling this. Like if you go to Bitcoin and you want to mine these days, right? You want to mine, you can obviously mine directly on the blockchain and never get anything, or you join a pool, and that pool itself is permissioned. That means you got to join up with somebody else. You know what I mean? You heard they partnered with SundaeSwap. Great, but SundaeSwap is only working with Cardano. So if they're building with Cardano, great. But then again, of course, look, some of their features could be used, like the storage. If you want to store data, could be used. There's no harm. We could partner with any company if we do have these facilities. I mean, a lot of people don't know this. Did you know Coinbase Custody is already doing this? Coinbase Custody, we can actually store crypto assets there. They don't just do it for institutions and individuals. They actually do it for blockchains as well. So if you have a blockchain asset, you can actually store it on Coinbase, and they'll give you the API and everything, how to move the coin, in and out fast with their API. Sorry, not APY. Sorry, guys, my knee's killing me. So yeah, I mean, it's there. The information's there, so you can actually move the coin back and forth, very easy. And Coinbase is doing this. So I mean, technology-wise is great. It will see some sort of adoption if it gets picked up by institutions and whatnot. But as I said, most decentralized people want to stay decentralized. Don't want any permission or any risk of permission or any risk of anyone controlling the protocol. Does that make sense? So there are plenty of projects out there actually similar like this. But yeah, I mean, look, each to their own. Most importantly, I don't see it being an issue. But again, if you've invested in it, if you've made 100%, you've made 50%, whatever you've made, take your initial. It doesn't matter who the coin is, what the project is, who the founders are, how much money it's going to make you, what promises it does to you. You just make the money and get the hell out. Do you know what I mean? You take your initial out. If you can control your emotion and take your initial out, it doesn't matter what direction these projects go. It really doesn't matter. They can pass, they can fail, they can go and vanish. You've played the game, you've had a bit of fun, happy days. And if you're still making money while you were having a bit of fun, well, that's okay. There's no harm in that. You're still making money. Does that make sense, right? So I mean, if we do see this trend reversal, this is the pattern I'm seeing, guys. This is a super, super bullish. No, Solana's not decentralized either. A lot of the investors and everybody is centralized. But one of the things about Solana is when you are building on the Solana ecosystem, you're not required to store anything. You can go and make a coin and just launch it. Do you know what I mean? Like Ethereum, technically Ethereum is centralized as well, right? Because you've got the Ethereum Foundation, which has pretty much all of the top Fortune 500 companies working on them. It's like Microsoft says, oh, I'm not involved in crypto, but they actually have a full-time member of Microsoft sitting in Ethereum Foundation, observing, watching, learning. Many other companies have their thing, and Ethereum Foundation is funded by these top 500 companies. So yes, it's very centralized. It's definitely, they can definitely, whether they interfere or not, they can actually manipulate and move it in a particular direction. So yes, very centralized. But what I'm saying is, when it comes to permissionless, means I don't have to ask Ethereum, and I know that I'm not risking anything. Ethereum can't take my code off. If I put a code on the blockchain, if I launch a ERC20 standard token, they can't take it down. Nobody can. Think about that. Nobody can take it down. With CKB, I'm able to store other cryptocurrency. Think about that. I'm able to store other cryptocurrency. So that requires some sort of, even if it's permissionless, that's all I'm able to do. I'm not able to launch my own native currency, if that makes sense to you. So that's what I'm saying. I mean, look, it's all good. Coinbase doesn't even have a coin, doesn't even have a blockchain, but we can use Coinbase custody to launch things. So I'm okay with CKB. I don't have a problem with them. Don't get me wrong. I don't have a problem with them. But what I'm saying is, as an investor, don't fall in love, right? You make your money, take your initial investment out, and then you're fine. As I said, most of these projects, right, if you're going to get funding, VCs or ventures or whatever, or you're going to have companies like Pantera Capital, this media or media research, whatever you call them, so many different research companies, you're going to get them involved, the early birds. That's already centralized. Anyone who says to me, oh, we're getting some VC funding, well, you're already centralized, mate. Your whole method is centralized. Anybody who's had a ICO, initial coin offering, or even an initial exchange offering, they are centralized in one form or another. They're being controlled. If you want to go to an exchange and do your initial exchange offering, the exchange is controlling you. You got to meet their criteria, meet their rules, and this is where projects like Uniswap, PancakeSwap, and all of that, right? Even SundaySwap come in and break that rule, and they say, do you know what? Anybody could launch anything without permission. That's the key. So no, I'm not being bearish on CKB. I'm just saying, it's okay. It is what it is. but as I said, like other companies, and of course I'm sure CKB is probably using Binance as well, sorry, not Binance, Coinbase as well, because Coinbase custody, you'd be surprised how many coins are actually leaving their coins because it's secure. And they have a brilliant API to recover the coins. So if I launch something, I can actually tell Coinbase to hold it for me or hold it for my clients and connect the API so people can actually buy and sell, move back and forth. And sometimes when you do that, Coinbase actually does kind of favor you as well. They think, okay, these guys are legit. Well, in that case, you know what? We'll probably even consider investing in them. It's another trick to get invested or listed on Coinbase. You can do it this way. Let me have a look, guys. What's happening with chats, guys? Guys, if you're new to the channel, smash those like buttons. Hit that subscribe if you haven't already, because I have no idea what's going on with the chat. So yeah, I see Libertalia asking me a lot of questions, but yeah, other than that, so yeah, this is pretty awesome what you're looking at in the market right now. But let's have a look, guys. We need to be very, very observant, very, very careful where the market is right now. And I think there was somebody who asked me, what do I think will happen tomorrow on BTC, which is pretty crazy. But of course, we'll try and see if we can answer this on a daily basis. So what did he say? Up or down? I believe he said. Okay, so that's an easy one. Okay, I'm glad he didn't ask me for the price or anything like this. He asked me if it's going to be up or down tomorrow. Looking at this, tomorrow's going to be up. There you go. So, who was that? Deepak Patil. Here's your answer. Tomorrow I'm going to be on the stream again. So when you do see me on the stream again, you can tell me if I was right or wrong. Tomorrow's going to be up. So tomorrow we're going to have a green candle. Okay, is that good enough? So this is me just looking at this. I'm not doing any analysis, nothing whatsoever. You want to know, and I'm giving you tomorrow is going to be a green candle. Okay, so that's all you're going to get. So let's see if tomorrow's up or down. Trust me, there was no analysis there, nothing whatsoever, because you said prediction. So predictions require someone to guess or use a crystal ball, and I'm just using my crystal ball, my brain, and just saying, yep, tomorrow's going to be up. That's it. All right, how far, whether it goes to the moon or not, that's a different story, but yeah, it will be up tomorrow. It's okay, guys. You know, I don't mind being wrong. I want to be wrong most of the times. Like when I said that this market is going down, I really want to be wrong. I really want to be wrong that we're not going to test this 40k. I really want to be wrong that we're not going to come back to this 30k. I really want to be wrong, not long. Yeah, I would love to be long at this stage. You know what I mean? No. Green candles are bad candles. So we are big fans of red candles. We make money on the red candles, right? We don't make money on the green candles. Because when you're up here, the only direction you can go, bro, is down. Green means go down, okay? Usually red, when you see a red candle, means go up. Okay, so it's the opposite. A red candle means we're going to go up. Possibilities are higher for us to go up. On a green candle, the possibilities are higher for us to go down. So yeah, higher highs are okay. They do help with sentiment, but that's about it. You know, when it comes to the real things, it's a whole different story. So yep, we're testing. Wow, look at that. This is on an hourly. We're testing the line. So we broke above, we come back to test, which is fine. This is when we're going to decide. So good timing actually as well. We have actually caught it at a very good time. So this is the decision maker. This is where we decide whether we stay or not. If this candle within the next few hours drops below, and these particular bodies here, these bodies around here, if it drops, then we know that it's going to come back into the zone and hover around and possibly even come back to bounce here. So we know where the drop is going to be. However, in the next few hours, it could easily bounce around here and start moving towards that 49k. Because it's logical right now for us to test this specific zone here. It's very logical for us to go and test this 49,300. If we can break above, of course, we're super solid. If we can't, then we got a bit of a problem. So I hope this kind of makes sense. Other than that, guys, listen, let's not make this any longer. But as I said, there is this everything that I'm seeing so far, we do have a lovely indication that this the market does look quite bullish. The market does look like it wants to start moving back up again from the data that we're seeing. This could be it. We could call it bottoms in, right? Literally, we could call it bottoms in. From the data that we've got, right? So we do see this area, it's been respecting this particular area, and we do have this significant data, and I'll show you what I mean by that, right? So if we just take this area here, I hate this when it happens, but I'll just take this anyway. So if you do take this area here, you can see that we've had a few bounces around these areas. I think I did draw something. Yeah, so I've got it here, guys. You can see this area here where we did bounce around quite a bit. So let me just show you here. All right, so you see this zone here. All right, I'll show you. Okay, so you can see this zone here, right, where we have bounced around previously as well. We've actually had this as a support and resistance zone quite a few times. So this could be it. This could be a bottom, and we could easily reverse up. And if it does, guys, this is super news for us, because this then becomes our new trend. This line becomes our new trend, because remember yesterday I drew this and I said, look, this looks like a possible trend as well. So if this is holding, then it's really good. And also this is our downward trend line, which we did confirm, and now we're kind of finding support exactly here, and we broke out of the zone, which is fantastic. So you can see all the data here showing some really cool stuff, how we broke out, you know, how the trend was smashed. Actually, this is inaccurate. Here, there you go, how this trend was smashed, and now the same candles that we've had for the past 3 hours are literally testing these zones here. And you can see we've had, this was a full bull control candle, bull control, bull control, bull control. Of course the bears took some control here, but the bulls are still in control here. So far we are seeing that in these hourly candles, whereas in these were all bloody, we finally see bulls in control. And we can see this on the 4 hourly as well. For example, you've got the bulls in control, even though this one is a so this current candle here, as you can see, it's coming down, but look at the color, hasn't changed red, which means the bulls are still in control. So super awesome to see this. Everything looks okay. So yeah, bulls are definitely in control. Yasmin says, could the gala event that is going on right now have an effect on the value of the coin? Yes, usually basically whenever the what do you call this, whenever some sort of an announcement or something goes on, people start being all bullish, or other new people start entering the space, and this does help the price move up. So continuous news, continuous articles is very important in this market, basically. So for people to, you know, the emotions to be played around with, basically, that's probably the best way to say it. So yes, it does help the market, as long as, you know, there's plenty of news coming out. And Gala is doing many events, actually. So with the Gala system, pretty much every season they can do some sort of a event or some sort of an announcement or something, like Christmas, this, that, whatever. So many different things, giveaways, and it's really cool, and the community is growing. So I do see massive potential for Gala, and I've told you this before as well. I'm really bullish on Gala, and I'm hodling my thing. BTC hash rate at all-time high could be good news. Hash rate doesn't matter. I don't know why people get too fussed about hash rate or miner ratio and this and that. Doesn't matter. That's just for miners. You know, what's hash rate going to do with price? Nothing. Does hash rate actually decrease the number of coins coming to the market, creating a supply shortage? No, hash rate doesn't do that. When hash rate starts to increase, there are more and more transactions, but does it change the 10-minute block time? No. Does it change the 4-year halving cycle? No. So what does the hash rate do? So I do see a lot of people talking about it, and yes, great, looking at the hash rate, that means there is more activity on the network. But what if the activity on the network is not just coming in, sorry, it's not going out of exchanges or people buying? What if it's people selling? So hash rate, yes, great, but nothing big major to look at. So just be cautious about those kind of things. Remember what I said earlier on as well. A lot of people just like to connect dots. They're hungry for your attention, so they will do whatever it takes for them to push things out. And of course, when you're looking at hash rate, all of the information that comes out from companies like Glassnode, CryptoQuant, that's a different story. Those are algorithmic. That's what they're supposed to do. So that's great, getting the information. If you are looking at hash rate and everything, fantastic. There's absolutely no harm in any of this stuff. But it's not relevant to us. It doesn't make any difference to the market. Hash rate could be really high and the market could be completely bloody. Hash rate could be really low and we could be the complete opposite in the market. It doesn't make any difference. That's the reality of hash rates, mining revenue and this and that. Because remember, as I said, it doesn't make any difference. It doesn't make any difference, right? I mean, miners, yes, they do make some difference. They could potentially dump. But even then, it's better for miners to, because we did see some miners dumping around here, by the way. We actually did see miners dumping around here. So we saw the miners dumping around here, which is pretty stupid because they dumped here and then basically whales bought up and then whales pumped it up again. So that's something you can observe. But as I said, the rest of it, just the market, the cycle, the trend, and sentiment. One thing to notice is the wallets holding more than 1,000 BTC has been at an all-time low. So we have been having, I think it was like a 3-month low or 4-month low. We started having a low. So we know a lot of the big 1K wallets have started to exit their positions and they don't hold it. So we see a less ratio now of those. So that's concerning. When you see whales who had, more than 1,000 BTC have left, got a problem there, right? So I hope that kind of makes sense. What's going on with the chat? Again, I can't see. Let me refresh. All right, Yasmin says thank you. Awesome. I hope this all kind of helps, guys. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about? Also, by the way, Libertalia, I'm just going to call you Lib. If you start looking, some of this data that you're mentioning to me, I do track them, just to let you know. Look, SOPR, activity, market cap, hash rate. Yes, I do track them, and let me put it on the right thing, then you understand. I do track the hash rate and everything. So just so you understand that, no, I'm not just talking out of my backside. I am looking at it. I do see the data for what it is. And I'm tracking it continuously. Yes, look, doesn't make. And you know what this was, by the way? So this was when the miners done an exodus from China. That was it. So what did it do? Nothing. And is it at an all-time high? Kind of, yeah, kind of, almost. Almost, yes. Yeah, it tapped the all-time high, but it's not at all-time high. Yeah, this is where it is. So it tapped the all-time high, but this is where it currently is. But it doesn't matter. Listen, absolutely doesn't matter. Exactly the reason why I said it does not matter at all. You can see this data here. Where are we? Hash rate, supply, new addresses, for example, blocks mined. Okay, so yeah, everything's happening. Nothing in the market is bearish at all. When you start looking at the data, you can see there's a lot of information here. It doesn't make any difference to us, and my thing is lagging. Wow. Yeah. So what we're looking at, new addresses. You can see new addresses starting to peak out, kind of spike a little bit. This is on a weekly. Let's go on a daily just to kind of look. Actually, weekly looks better. Gives you a little bit more data. You can see, yes, we had a peak around the December 2020, and then since then we started coming down. So we did have new wallets being produced, less new wallets, and now we can see this since when was it? Since June 2021, we've started to peak up. So a lot of interest is going on as well. So yes, I mean, a lot of this data that you're looking at, on-chain data, yes, we are also monitoring those as well. Okay, so just to let you know, yes, hash rate, this, that, none of this makes any difference to the market activity. All of this data you see here, absolutely no difference. This is just the information, nothing else, right? This is just used for information, absolutely nothing else. This is F2.0, still moving up on a positive trend. None of this makes difference. The sentiment is your key. The people sentiment, the trend, that is your key. If you don't look at those, we've got a problem. That's what the key is here. If the whales know how to manipulate your emotions, they won. That's what they're doing. They're manipulating your emotions and they're messing with you. I see Stark Smart. Awesome. Hey, bro. Bro, sis. Yeah. Hello. But yeah, that's what we've got anyway. So listen, as I said, none of this actually matters. These are just, it's little data here and there that we can use. They're nothing significant for us. The most important data when we do start looking at things is literally just price and people sentiment, where the entire market is. That's the key for us right now. Everything else doesn't matter. What matters is, for example, where we are right now. This is the coin market cap. And when you start looking at this is what matters. We should not go below this 1.95 trillion. If we do, we're screwed. Well, that means we're going down, and then the next supports we have is around this level. So that's what the data we should be looking at. Okay, when we're looking at BTC, for example, we can see where we are. Let me get rid of the drawing. You can see where we are. Whatever we do, right now, you can see that we do have this level, this peak here, which is at 47. We don't want to fall below 47. Of course, if we fall below 47, that's bad. And then we've got this particular downward peak here, this support here, 42, about 42.9, 43. If we fall below this, then we have a chance to come down all the way down here, which is 39, and then all the way down here, which is the 30k. So yeah, please do understand that it is serious, very, very serious. So guys, I'm not going to make this any longer. I'm quite thirsty and I'm tired, and I've got a few bits and bobs I need to do. Also got to finish Paradexes. Got loads of work on Paradexes, loads of different stuff I need to do on that one, especially the website, because I'm doing the website myself. So there's going to be a lot of work that I have to do. Actually, let's have a bit of fun with you guys. I'm not joking. I'm not going to have fun with you guys. But I'm just going to leave it on this. This is what's literally caused. Let's do this. It's fun. It's fun. When you start looking at what this does, it's just fun. But it's just range, okay? But we talk about it on another time. It doesn't make any difference. It's just me having a bit of fun with you guys. Yeah. So I'm going to look at the chats, see what's going on. And it says, thanks for answering my questions. Awesome. So I think I've pretty much answered everybody's question. I think a lot of people are starting to drop off because I'm making this too long, or I've been here too long trying to explain too many things to too many people. So I don't want to make this any longer. Starksmar says, don't, exactly, my brother, thank you, you got it. He says, don't be like me and forget to rest. The other day we did a 3-hour 45-minute stream non-stop without a drop of water, and trust me, I felt that at the end. I was so knackered. I just went and I can't do this anymore. But yeah, awesome guys. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe. Right, let's grow this community. As you can see where we're going, and I hope Italia, sorry, I hope you got your information. As I said, there are things that do matter, there are things that don't matter. Don't look at too much about those things, and don't, just observe the market for what it is, what it's doing. There are different time frames. For example, when you want to really see what's going on in the market, zoom in to see exactly what's going on. But when you really want to understand the market for what it is, look at the higher time frames, and you can see the data is just screaming to us that, look guys, we are still trending down. This does not mean anything until this gets above this one candle, right? So please do understand. But yeah, the market looks okay. As I said, it's still in a bull market. Only time we confirm is here, and I mentioned this right here. So this was when we were sitting at 67, 60k. I said, guys, by the time you find out, you'll be down 40k, and everyone's going to be then saying, yeah, it's gone. But we've been warning you since then. My videos are still there. You can go and rewind them back. It's on the specific day I made the video, and the warning was there, guys. This is the warning. Please make your mind up what you want to do right now. Do you want to stick around in this market, or you want to go? Lib says thank you. Smart Stark says it's why I've been avoiding going live just yet. No, bro. You see, once you go live, it's a different buzz. I'll be honest with you. So for me, you know, when I come here, I really enjoy the company. I enjoy the fact that you guys are here. I enjoy the fact that you guys are asking me questions. Of course, different people have different style of doing live. So I know a lot of the guys who do live streams, and I started like this as well. I just wanted to push the content out fast. But then I started engaging with the community and everything, and so it just started become like this. And you know, my 10-minute stream could now easily be a 20-minute stream, a half an hour, 40-minute stream, because the community is asking questions. I'm engaging with them, and I think the community also like this as well. So it depends on what style you want to make it. I've seen other channels who completely blank. Check this out. They've got like 1,000 people on their stream. They blank everyone until the last 5 minutes. And they'll pick the guys who pay for it. So they'll pick the super chats, right? But every other guy that's been asking questions, they won't answer them. And for me, I try to answer as much as possible. Obviously, sometimes when I think I don't have enough time, I do warn the people. But other than that, you know, I hope I don't get to that stage where I'm going to ignore everybody. I'll at least say hi to everyone. Do you know what I mean? I think if people have come on, they've asked you something, at least give them some acknowledgement. Whether you forget it or not, that's a different story. So the other day, the chat was exploding. I think I had like almost 100 people in the stream, and you know, it's just exploding. So I couldn't keep up with everybody. So, but I still said hi, and I still said thanks to everyone. You know what I mean? And I think I took the names. I believe I gave a shout out to everybody. Even today, as people were coming onto the chats constantly, I will always mention their names at least. Stark Smart says, oh, I know, we did nothing but live on my last channel. Damn, bro. Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? It's crazy. You know, here I started off normal stuff, like just pre-recorded stuff, but the information wasn't going fast enough. And then I thought, you know, I'll start doing lives, but I'm not, you know, I never wanted to do. In fact, my camera, check this out, my camera for my streams, I used to switch it on every now and then, but majority of them, I never even switched it on, even on my lives. It's just very recently I started to switch my cameras on and left it in this corner when I had some bugs on Streamlabs. So I had to re-download the software, reset it, and that's when I downloaded one of the themes, and the themes gave me this, what do you call this? This left corner thingy, and I was like, okay, I like that. I'll keep it there. You know what I mean? So that's how I kind of defaulted to this. But yeah, I mean, look, it's awesome. It's an addiction, I believe. I mean, for me, it is definitely an addiction. I enjoy coming to these shows. I enjoy coming here and talking to you guys. That's the truth. For me, it's just so I don't have a fixed time, because obviously I don't do this for money. But whenever I'm free, I definitely want to come on and I want to talk to you guys and see what goes on. Sometimes I make my thumbnails like, you know, 24 hours before, 4 or 5 hours before. Even today's one was actually made. When was it? Last night. Yeah, last night. I think it was early last night. I made it, and then I left it, and then I've done some edits today before I launched it. And yeah, sometimes if I think of something, if I see a pattern, I'll actually make a thumbnail. It's like a little reminder for me. It's like, that's what I'm going to talk about. Of course, if things change, I might edit it again, but for me, I already know what I'm going to talk about, like hours in advance, sometimes 12 hours in advance. Some of the guys know about this. I've actually told them on Discord as well, shown them something. I said, that's going to be the thumbnail. And then everyone's curious, what's this guy going to talk about, right? And it's already there on the title, and then we just talk about it. And my titles are rubbish. I can't hype stuff. I wish I could. I wish I could. But yeah. Other than that, guys, it's been awesome. Thank you very much for everyone coming to the show. Wow. So I'm looking at this. Look at this. This is a typical one. Look at this. Launch, pump, and look how far it's dumped. It's just bleeding. It's just bleeding out. Wow. This thing has just been bleeding. And currently from the body, we're 85%. From the top itself, we're 92% down. Wow. This thing, I think, is going to go to 99.9999%. And then it's going to stop. But this is a typical one where we expected it to go up, but just didn't get the attention, and it's now dumped all the way down, and I think it's just going to stay down forever. Bubble says, thanks, my brother. Bubble, here you go, bonus just for you. But no point. You already know the answer anyway. So I know you're not expecting this at all, which is okay, Bubble. But if the market does continue, look, it does look okay. We may see a push back up again. Okay, we may see a push back up again. So nothing too much to worry about. And you're a hodler anyway, so I don't even know why I even need to tell you, because I know Bubble's a hodler. Bubble's a big time holder. So yeah, you should be fine. You know, you should be fine. But of course, there is some risks we do see here as well. If the market continues, then there's one risk this market does bring with it if it does continue. So if we do a push from here and we come up to this level here and we bounce back, we do see a specific pattern completion. Okay, so just to kind of warn you, yes, there is a pattern that's completing. However, this could easily be a void pattern, and the market continues, and this could be our first leg up from this bottom. And of course, if we look at how far we went down, you can see from the top, this one also bled 55%. So patience will prevail. This could last 6-7 months, 3-4 months easy. 3-4 months easy. I mean, remember the last one. Come on, the last one. If people are moaning here, come on, you survived this, for God's sake. You survived this. You survived a 78%. Don't panic about a 55. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So other than that, guys, like, share, subscribe. As I said, I'll catch you on another one very soon. In fact, I'm going to catch you tomorrow. Today, let's take a rest. I have no idea how long it's been. I'm sure I can check. Wow, 1 hour 30 minutes. No, today's not the long one. Mondays are the long ones, right? So we're going to do a nice long one on a Monday. But today's been awesome. Thank you very much. I see we have Deepak Patil has just subscribed. Awesome. Thank you very much, Deepak, for subscribing. I can actually see who subscribed on this thing, which is quite awesome. And I believe you guys could see some sort of a guy running around or something like this. I can't see that, but I believe you can, because I switched off all the animation and everything. But awesome. Thank you very much for coming to the show. I hope to see you guys again tomorrow, pretty much probably the same time, if not a little bit earlier, because I'm going to go back to the early streams. It's just the past few days I've been able to do some slightly later ones. That's the reason why I'm doing them. But other than that, adios my amigos. I'll see you again tomorrow. Take care. Bye bye.